live counter ticking up. Should now be live, which means welcome back to the Storytime Network. We are here with some PowerWash Simulator, and just gonna be chatting away while I play.
The power washing is just a YAP delivery mechanism.
Jack, I'm not sure how well the resolution is doing.
Oh boy. Is it bad?
I can only see what I believe to be part of the screen, unless...
No, this is how it looks. This is how it looks.
Okay.
Let me screen share, actually. Oh yeah, that is weird. Okay, I need to change the window size.
Yeah, no, that is not how it looks on stream.
Okay, then...
Listen, it is not a proper stream unless you have numerous technical difficulties.
Okay, that should do it. Does that work?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Weird how the proportions don't line up 100%, but whatever. But yes. So, do either of y'all have any select topics?
I do, in fact. Let me just open my little notepad. Right. Okay. Did we talk about the, my issues with characters of incompatible orientation in fiction?
Not in extensive detail, I don't recall.
So...
I don't remember that.
Okay, yeah. Here's my hot take. If you are writing a piece of fiction
Yes. Fuzzy, you're, hello? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, Jack.
Fuzzy is not responding. That's not
I'll also say the stream is quite jumpy, so it might be best if you try and stop the screen share.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
And now it has stopped altogether. Oh,
What?
No. No, it's just, again, it's very jumpy. And I've presumably lost...
Hello?
Hello, Fuzzy.
When did I get cut off?
In a work of fiction, I believe.
Okay, wow, that's quite a lot. I believe that if you are doing a work of fiction, you have to be very careful when you are writing characters who perhaps have incompatible orientations where one likes the other. And because most of the time, it just comes off as almost intentionally, like, hurtful or malicious.
Also, Mil, you were not kidding about the stream quality, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's not doing well.
How do I fix that? Like something wrong with the game, or is it like something...
It'll be like, might be CPU.
I have a pretty high-end CPU. I got it a few years ago, granted, but
It could also be... What the fuck is it called? Let me just open Task Manager, because that'll always...
Sorry, we're not trying to ignore your question, Fuzzy. Just want to get this
Yeah.
resolved so the
No,
stream works
my
properly.
technical issues take precedence here. Believe me, I understand.
Oh, okay, it seems to be working a lot better now.
Yeah, okay. I will keep an eye on it.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from, Fuzzy. There is there is, like, the fact of, like, I know it's, like, not necessarily, like, we don't come to fiction for realism. I've made that argument before, and I will stand by it. But, like,
Yeah,
it is also...
I was gonna say, people...
It is also, like,
Uh-huh.
not just unrealistic, but, like, impractical to, like, say, like, this character who is not straight will only ever be attracted to people who are also similarly not straight. You know? Like...
But, so what I'm saying is, in a story where that is not the point of the story, it does not add. Right? So let me give you a specific example. There's a story I quite liked a while ago that by a while ago, I mean a long time ago, that I have since, like, dropped like it's hot. And one of the main reasons I dropped it is because it was sort of a two main character setup for a while, and there was an entire arc, like, it felt like queer baiting, is what I'm trying to say.
Ah.
Right? So what I'm trying to say is, when you do it poorly, it just feels like queer baiting.
Hmm. I can see that.
Now, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, is, like, I have seen more examples of it looking like queer baiting than not.
Hmm. I get what you're trying to say there, but, like, as long as it's, like, very clear from early on that it's, like, not going to happen, like, I can see it as, like, being, like, part of characters' like, development or part of their, coming to terms with their sexuality. It's kind of a complicated thing.
Yeah, I think, so yeah, that's what I mean, is, like, sometimes when that's the point of the story or the character arc, that's fine. The problem is when the story is about other things, but you just put that in, you just throw that in, and that seems to happen more often than not. And also, again, it's just the whole idea of, yes, certain things are unrealistic. So is, like, punching dragons in the face with your toenails.
You want to tell us something about something you're writing, Fuzzy?
Wait, what?
The punching dragons with your toenails thing. I was riffing
That was
on
just-
the bit.
No.
It was just a particularly specific example, I think.
So, y'all remember Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yes.
Remember
My
that
parents
one
didn't let me
guy
watch it
that
much.
Yeah, probably you were better off for that, but y'all remember that one guy who did the who was a foot, but also a gangster?
No.
No.
It's been, like, probably closer to 2 decades than one since I've watched that show.
It's been a minute,
I mean-
a while for me, and I have not gone back and watched it.
I mean, long story short, it was a giant foot where each toe was a separate person.
Alright?
So kind of like a Hydra type thing.
And also, they were mobsters.
Yes, of course.
Yes, Courage the Cowardly Dog got up to some stuff. But yes, I was just picturing somehow the toe grows arms and does the punching.
Ah.
Listen, my brain is not okay. All right, you have to.
I know
understand.
we've talked about it before. It's fine. I'm not judging. There's things wrong with my brain too. Not that not having things wrong with my brain would mean I should be judgmental either.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you kind of just like gotta figure it out as you go along.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's your opinion on the whole sexuality thing, though, Mel? I mean, the specific topic regarding sexuality that we were discussing.
Right, I think my brain is still locked on toes fighting dragons. Fuzzy, can you just, like, say it again?
So each toe.
No, the sexuality thing.
Oh, okay. I think that while it is unrealistic for every like person's romantic interests to be
Reciprocated.
compatible with people, not even reciprocated, just like compatible vis-a-vis orientation. I know that's unrealistic. I don't read fiction for realism. There's a lot of things that are unrealistic in fiction. Why do we have to draw the line at that? You know what I'm saying? I guess I just, like, there are certain things that are implicitly allowed in fiction, or are implicitly not questioned, where, oh, well, that would be too unrealistic to include. Just make me unhappy in many ways.
Understandable, honestly.
Yeah.
I really hate people crowing about realism as well on a slightly adjacent topic and saying like, "Oh, because it's realistic, it's inherently better." Like, fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know?
Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad that whole Tumblr magic realism movement died.
It's not even the Tumblr magic realism thing. It's more just like, I hate the whole thing of, like, people saying that gritty and realistic shit is superior to stuff that's fantastical.
I think that was part of the Tumblr magical realism thing, but yes.
I don't think it was solely Tumblr.
No, I'm more...
But yes.
Yeah, but, like, I blame Tumblr for a lot of things.
On a different note, but related to what you were saying about queer, the unreciprocated queer romance, what's your take on a will they, won't they romance ending on they won't?
Pisses me off.
I mean, it depends on... It depends on the romance.
It does. At the same time, though, like, 9 times out of 10, you go into a romance expecting it to actually be a romance and, you know, for them to wind up together. And, like...
Yeah, but if they shouldn't actually wind up together, then I'm fine with them not winding up together.
I don't disagree. It's just, 9 times out of 10, that's not what they wind up actually making, even when they're like, oh yeah, no, they totally shouldn't wind up together. And it's like, you made them super compatible, though. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's the thing, is like, if you accidentally make the chemistry good, that is a you problem.
Like, it's part of the reason I have an issue with, what's his name's, first, noteworthy movie, 5 centimeters per second.
I hate that movie with a burning passion.
Same. I'm just very annoyed by that movie in general. But, like, that's, like, my biggest issue with it, but it's not my only issue with it. But yeah, I think most of
There's a lot of
Shinkai's
issues
movies
with that
since then are a lot better.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. There definitely are some that are better, but I would not say that's a universal thing.
It's not a thing of like all of his movies are good. It's just I think they're better than 5 cent. The ones I've seen, anyways, are better than 5 centimeters per second. Also, I'll never forgive that anonymous producer who was like, "Oh yeah, no, you have to make it a straight romance," and forcing Shinkai to forego doing a lesbian romance for his newest movie.
I've just at this point in my life realized that that is unavoidable.
Instead of doing a lesbian romance, he then did a fucking cargo ship instead.
He turned the male lead into a chair, which is very funny.
I do love that. That is like
It's
listen,
petty
I have a soft
bullshit,
spot.
but it's good petty bullshit.
I have a soft spot for malicious compliance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think Your Name holds up really well.
Your Name holds up really well. I have fond memories of when I watched Weathering with You.
I don't dislike Weathering with You. I haven't seen the newest one. I forget what his name is. Off the top of my head. But yeah, I'll probably get around to it eventually. It's just, I always wind up finding something else to watch at any given time.
Let me check, seeing as that's probably going to be my role. So, Shinkai. He's 52.
Damn.
Well, okay then.
Short films. The most recent one is Suzume.
Suzume, that's what it was. I knew it began with an S. Yeah, I'll watch Suzume at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
He's also done commercials for Sri Lanka Highway, Vietnam Noi Bai Airport, Thompson East Coast MRT line, and New Yangon Specialist Hospital.
Is it bad to say that that's a little bit concerning?
Why?
I don't know.
Like, he's done fucking half a dozen commercials in the 2010s, basically. Like, the hospital one was 2020, but that's the latest one listed, at least.
Interesting.
Yeah, I am, for the most part, not really an anime movie person, I think.
I can't blame you. Anime movies can be very hit or miss.
And mostly because, like, I feel like...
Most of the best ones are also Studio Ghibli, so...
Well, yes, I was going to say, if we exclude the Ghibli stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, I find, personally, that anime movies tend to not, like, especially the ones that, like, the Makoto Shinkai stuff, like, the ones that are, like, more grounded in reality, they don't gain anything from the medium, if that makes any sense. Right? The stories that are told in those situations are just stories that could be told in any other medium and lose nothing.
I think part of the issue might be the... For a while, at least, I think, like, the big draw of anime movies was a higher quality of animation, and the frankly quality war that's been going on in TV anime has sort of
Outmoded it.
yeah.
I mean, there are still some anime movies that are worth watching. Shinkai does have some bangers, and Mamoru Hosoda also does some really good work. I've noticed.
But like but the reason but you see what I'm saying, right? Is like
Yeah.
the stories that are told in like the reason I like a lot of anime is because these are stories that do not work in any other like moving medium.
Yeah.
Right? They just don't. They would not. They're things that would not work in live action.
Yeah.
That is the point.
That's the same thing with a lot of cartoons too, like
Yes.
a lot of Western cartoons,
But-
like Looney Tunes especially, does not
Yes,
usually work in live
but-
action.
But then the issue becomes, why do like this
Why
sort
why
of-
do it as a movie instead of just like say a short form anime series?
No, like as a lot instead of like okay, a story like 5 centimeters per second. I know we have established that we dislike it, but like that's not the point I'm trying to make. There is nothing in that story that could not just be done with live action actors. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yes, whereas like say Your Name and Weathering with You have a lot of cinematography that relies on animation to make it work, using Shinkai again.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I mean is like, and Weathering with You is an entirely separate thing where there's just a lot of stuff that it is easier to do in animation. But yes, there are. So what I think put me off from anime movies, at least in the time when I was introduced to and watching them with some regularity, is, i.e., my high school anime club.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, most of the stories most of the more popular stuff was stuff that you could make it in live action and lose nothing.
Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of the stuff I've seen in theaters, to use a couple examples, Belle and Ride Your Wave, they do rely very heavily on like high cinematography to work. That only really works in animation because of the cinematographic techniques that they're using. Like even more mundane ones tend to do that. It's like if they're like on the more mundane side in terms of their story, they still like use very interesting like techniques with animation to kind of elevate it and make it work properly as an or make it clear like it has to be anime to make it work the way that the filmmaker wanted to. But yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from on that front.
Yeah, like there's just some series that and it's sort of why the obsession with making like a live action version of everything just bothers me.
Oh god, let's not. I could go on a fucking rant about that. It's a lot. It's just like it's a thing of like they treat animation as an inherently lesser medium, and thus all animation is a rough draft to live action. Clearly, so let's just make a live action adaptation out of fucking everything animated. It's not like animation has any worth as a medium. Fuck you for ever appreciating it as a medium.
It'd also be
I'm
bad
glad-
enough if it'd also be bad enough if they just adapted it as is and didn't change anything. But then they fucking changed stuff that was sort of like central to the original. And
Yeah,
it's
like
just
integral shit, really.
And it's just like, okay, well, not only are you proving you didn't have any respect for the medium it was in originally, you're also showing that you have no idea about what the movie is actually about. So why the fuck did you make this?
Like, if they're going to change something, it should be something that makes it feel like it's an appropriate change for the medium. Like, or if it's like, oh, the story, I think I can't really do it one-to-one with the tools I have. I want to put a spin on it, but I know the core of what is important to this story, so I'm going to do my best to make sure that comes through, regardless of any changes. And a lot of people adapting stuff to another medium don't fucking do that.
Nope.
Yeah, it's like, well, this is because people are so okay. This, I believe, is relevant to an inherent problem to the creative process, which is that you cannot stop yourself from wanting ownership over something you create, even if it's an adaptation.
Oh yeah, no. I think I talked about this with Mill at one point. But remember the thing I said about Brandon Sanderson and one of his and him like mentioning something about one of his books being talked about for an adaptation, and he saw what the proposed script was, and it was fucking nothing like his book. I think it was Elantris.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, it's like Sanderson he has the clout necessary to be very selective about that sort of thing, which is, but yes, so basically, it's like, but no, I'm talking about the opposite direction, actually.
No. What I was saying was like, and when he was talking about it, he was like, yeah, I think I understand what the thought process is behind these creators. They want to get their work out there, and they can't really do it as an original project because of the way the studio system is nowadays. So they basically find something to attach to,
Yes.
like an existing property to attach to the name to their work, and they then proceed to just fucking butcher it because they want to be able to, make a project of their own, even if it is like even if it kind of fucks over the original artist in the process.
Yeah, and like, it is understandable.
Yeah.
But it's like, it depends on who. I guess it just comes down to who you personally feel more invested in, the original creator or the adapter. And as someone who is much more likely to be a quote-unquote creator than adapter, yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't like that.
Same. Again, I get why they do that. It's because the system is fucked. And creators in general deserve better than a fucked up system that exploits them and denies them nearly as many opportunities to succeed as they deserve. But doesn't really give people carte blanche to just be like, yeah, no, I'm going to ruin this opportunity for a work to be translated to another medium because I'd rather have my shot at fame.
Now, if I ever become a filmmaker, I'm sure I'll have a different opinion, but that's mostly because people are inherently biased, and you can never get away from that.
People are inherently biased, and also people are tend to be a lot more flexible in their ideas and their opinions than they think they are. It's very annoying having to find out every fucking speck of dirt here.
But yes, I just like, I don't think I would ever be willing to... Again, this is presupposing that I have work in the first place. If I ever had a work, I don't think I would ever be willing to have it adapted if I did not have full creative control. And I know that's just not something that would happen. The only way it would happen is if I did it in-house.
See, I would...
Which is technically... Yes?
This might be me being petty and spiteful, but I would actually be willing to allow changes. However, whoever requests the change in the C-suite must ritually sacrifice them to a volcano god first, in order to implement those changes.
Wait, you didn't include that in the default contract?
No, that
Start
would
with?
be in the default contract because I'm a petty bitch.
I mean, of course.
If you want to drastically change my story, then fuck you. Basically. I think that's perfectly reasonable.
And no, that is just the objectively correct response.
Yes, Mill, I know you have some takes on this. I forget how much in depth you went last time we talked about it.
Mm.
You know, the whole changing of in adaptation thing. And
Oh, I mean, look, as, you know, somebody who tends to be more a fan of series than I am of particular, you know, production members, obviously I find it more frustrating when an adaptation is butchered in the name of getting so-and-so
yes.
another movie, say.
Or in the name of, like, fitting it into a set number of episodes or some shit, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, I think certainly the two of us still have a lot of hard feelings about Promised Neverland.
What the fuck were they thinking?
I don't...
They weren't, I think, is the correct answer.
Presumably, they basically went, well, there's a few ways they could have thought. They could have thought, well, this series is going to have diminishing returns after the first season and after this season in particular, because let's be honest, Promised Neverland's high point was Goldie Pond.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible they went, right, well, we're not going to be able to continue getting the staff back for multiple seasons, or at least not at a cost that we are willing to, you know, do.
Skill issue.
It's possible that they just started working on it and decided they didn't want to do it anymore.
So I think part of this comes down to something I think, I don't know if I've said it on stream before, but I think there's like there's some degree of inherent incompatibility between making art and capitalism.
Mm.
No, that's just objectively correct, yes.
Like, the thing about, like, art as product is that there is always going to be some level of compromise in order for, like, there to be marketability, in order for there to be actual sales, in order to make a profit off of the artwork.
Did you see the post I did in the media spoilers channel about the comics industry? That
Maybe.
is a perfect illustration of your point.
Which one was it again? Sorry, it's been a minute.
It's my most recent post in that channel.
I'm also, like, in the middle of playing the game. Give me a second.
Oh, right. Mill, if you will.
Yeah, give me a second. Oh, the Spider-Man thing.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I've read it in full.
I have not read that one in full. I hadn't opened the Reddit post. But
yes, it's basically the long and the short of it is every reliable guide to becoming a writer at one of the big two comic book, Marvel or DC, is, hey, you know, everything that you enjoy doing creatively, get rid of all that. Sanitize it, make it as generalized and clean as possible, and conform and be a cog in the machine. That's what capitalism wants, and that's why capitalism is so obsessed with AI, quote-unquote, art. Because what capitalism wants is the ability to produce product, and art is not product. So they are trying to convert it into product, even though that is just inherently not possible.
AI shit is just also very soulless on the whole. Like, anything of AI I've seen has always been just, like, markedly inferior to, like, the work of an actual human artist. Like, very consistently inferior. Like, that's not even getting to, like, the uncanny valley shit that it usually dips into. Because 95% of AI art has this weird glossy sheen to it that makes it very clearly AI. And it's always, like, there's also, like, this uncanny valley quality to a lot of it. Y'all both know what I mean, right?
Yeah, no,
I
absolutely.
I can see it in my head, yes.
Yeah, like, there are some exceptions for, like, the highest end shit that they've been putting out of late, but, like, most of it's still, like, god-awful looking. And even the highest end shit, there's, like, always, like, some minor errors you can pick up on at some point. Like, an extra finger here, or, like, a weird proportion there. It's never quite as clean as they profess it to be.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And, like, even setting aside the, like, the artistic merits of it, it's just dog shit for the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. A lot
They
of people
waste-
ignore that bit.
They waste so much fucking energy and water. It is absolutely unhinged. It is horrifying. Like, if you looked into it, it is actually, like, obscene how much energy they waste on this shit. I think I saw one estimate be like, they use enough energy to power, for, like, a few hundred works of quote-unquote art takes enough energy to power a small city for a year or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact numbers. I'd have to look them up. Yeah, like, don't know how they fucking justify it. Oh, wait, no. That they're so fucking... They're so fucking brainwashed in their own delusions of monetary
Brain dead,
gain.
I would say.
Well, yeah. No, that's not nice, Fuzzy. That's an insult to brain dead people.
Okay, yes, I apologize. Yeah, it's just, art is inherently not something you can just, do that with, right? There's certain things that is just inherently incompatible with the process and practice of art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think it's, but yes, but getting back to the original point of the, what's it called? The,
Discussion?
no, my brain is doing the thing. God damn it.
Brain fart?
Adaptations, right. Adaptations. I don't think adaptations are inherently a problem.
No, I don't
But-
either. Hell, there are some adaptations that work to enhance or do a good like a good interpretation of the material.
But far too often, there's just this lack of respect for the source material or source medium, and that just does not. That's just not okay in any way.
You know, it actually is similar to satire, actually. Because if someone is satirizing something, if they dislike the thing that they are satirizing, it is going to be a worse... They're going to make a worse product than if they actually, you know, have a deep understanding and enjoy the thing that they are satirizing.
Yes. It's very easy, like, the worst thing in the world is to... We talked about this last time with Ruby, right?
Yeah.
It's one thing to hate on Ruby if you've actually watched it. It's another entirely to hate on Ruby because you watch someone
Dunking
talk
on it,
about...
basically, yeah.
Yes, yeah. So it's like, this is a perfect example of that, really.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, my favorite critic told me this thing is bad, so it's inherently bad. Sorry, I had to do the nasally voice for that.
No, that's fair.
I feel like the nasally voice is like... I don't know if that's, like, okay anymore. I feel like there are implications that I think are...
Well, there's a lot of
not
asshole critics who have that nasally, snobby voice, which is what I'm riffing on, but yeah. I can see what you... I think I get what you're trying to say. I'm not 100% sure, though.
There are certain stereotypes associated with it that I think are not healthy. But yeah, anyway, but yes, getting back to the... Yeah, it's, you need to, like... The media that the piece of media that I'm probably the most critical of in my life is, probably One Piece.
Yeah.
Because it's my favorite thing, and so I'm most critical of it.
I fucking love One Piece, but I know it's not without its flaws. Like, Oda has
Like
issues.
Luffy.
Look, Luffy is perfect.
No, Lucci, I said.
Ah.
Okay, yes, Lucci is definitely one of his,
I
major
don't think
flaws.
I'm nearly as harsh on Lucci as either of you are. That said, I don't think Lucci is the best antagonist Oda's written by a long shot.
I'm also sort of doing it for the bet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I am, actually.
Like,
But we've established that I have mental illness and possibly take things too far at all times.
mm-hmm. Yeah, what should we call it now? Okay. Fucking... I'm missing all these fucking specs. Oh, this is a fucking power washer, damn it. But yeah, God. Another thing about adaptations, though, that I think tends to get missed is just, like, a lot of people just don't consider, like, the different, things that go into adapting something. Like, all the different considerations that have to be made for, like, changing mediums. Like, when someone sets out to make an adaptation, they don't, like, consider, like, oh, this thing will, we need to compensate for the fact that we are adapting a thick-ass book with a lot of inner monologue into a film, and films do not really allow for inner monologue outside of narration, and
Yeah.
that'd be difficult to fit into the runtime we have available to us. So sometimes you have stuff like the Denis Villeneuve Dune movies, which are pretty fucking good as adaptations go. Even if they did tweak some things here and there, I do think they are overall good adaptations. And they mostly just kept, like, the narration to being Paul's narration, if I remember right. Because Paul is a protagonist, and it makes sense for us to be in his head as the audience.
Yeah.
But it's also like they had to add bits of exposition to make things work, because otherwise you got shit like a lot of things going unexplained that really do not make sense intuitively. You know? Like, a lot of the spec-fic elements in Dune just are like either complicated or weird.
Mm-hmm.
I forget if either of you has read Dune.
I have not.
I am very familiar, though it's been a while.
Fair. I read Dune fairly recently, so... Not super recently, but fairly recently. So would you call it reading if it's the audiobook?
Yeah.
Look, it counts.
Yeah. Just in the sense of, I think, in terms of ease of describing it, like, it just becomes unwieldy if you have to say, "Oh, I was re-listening to this book." Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I was listening to the audiobook. Whereas if you say, "I was rereading this book," oh, hey, I was doing it via the audiobook version. That makes I feel like that's less clunky.
Yeah. Makes sense. But yeah, speaking of audiobooks, discounting Travis Baldry, because we already know he's the GOAT, who's your favorite audiobook narrator?
That's a really good question.
Markster's got to be up there.
Masters is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Though, to be fair, his is more, he's just done it so often that he's just gotten better. Because, like, let's be honest, his the first 4, maybe 5 Dresden Files books, yeah,
Full disclosure, I don't really do audio books at all, so this is mostly a you guys
That's
conversation.
fair.
But
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I have heard enough clips that I'm like, okay, these are the ones. This is the stuff I like. This is the stuff I don't. For example, there's that one that decided to give all of the like in Stormlight decided to give Kaladin and all of his like people from his region a southern drawl, and I'm just like, no.
Oh
No,
god,
there
no.
are certain. No, you do not. There are just certain things. There are ways of expressing that a character is from the country without giving them a hyper-specific U.S. accent.
Yeah. See, I do like the main Stormlight audiobooks that are read by Michael Kramer and Kate Redding. I have a soft spot for those two. They're really good.
Kate Redding is very good. She also does the Codex Alera audiobooks.
Right, I remember you mentioning that. Yeah, Michael Kramer mostly has done Wheel of Time and Cosmere stuff, from my knowledge. Parts of the roof am I missing?
I will not comment on that based on the principle of if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
Damn, Fuzzy.
Not referring to the narrator, referring to what he narrates.
Ah, yes. I take it you're not a fan of the Wheel of Time. I know you have mixed feelings on the Cosmere, but yeah.
I will never get back the time I spent reading the Wheel of Time, in hindsight. And it was a pretty long time.
So you and Morton, who does the Cinder Spires books, also by Tim Butcher. I really liked his performance for the first book, and then the second book was off.
Yeah, I listened to him for the Interquel book. I didn't really like it very much.
I really liked the first book. I think it's for whatever reason, it was not as good in the second book.
Maybe he just changed up his performance, or maybe it was just like consequence of aging.
I mean, there's definitely an amount of time what I wonder, because one of the things I really liked was the voice he did for Bayard
Mm.
in Aeronauts Windless. And obviously, he is much more of a character in the Olympian Affair.
I still need to read that book. Around
And
to
has
it.
to give a much more varied emotional performance,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me wonder if he tried with the initial voice he gave Bayard, couldn't do some of the more strenuous emotions, let's say, and had to change it as a result.
It's distinctly possible.
Yeah, that could happen. Yes, like that is one of the things about being like not having access to all of the content in advance, right? Is like
Yeah.
sometimes there's just going to be things that catch you off guard.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really like plan around it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I also liked Adjoa Ando, who did the Imperial. I don't know how to pronounce this.
Ratch. Yeah.
Yeah, series.
I haven't gone to that one yet, but I've heard it's a good series.
I enjoyed it certainly, and obviously Jack Moira Quirk for.
Yeah, I was
Locked
gonna
Tomb.
mention her. Moira Quirk is fucking great. Locked Tomb series, for those who don't know, is what she's probably best known for voicing. Or narrating, rather.
And hey, I quite like Andy Serkis narrating Tolkien stuff.
Oh, yeah, I listened to his Hobbit a while back, and it was so fucking good.
Yeah,
It's almost like that's a series he's very passionate about, and
he's a very
Will-
talented individual. Yeah.
yeah,
Look,
funny how that sort of thing works out. Huh?
you know that he was gonna knock the Gollum scenes out of the park because he was fucking Gollum. However, he does all the stuff in the book great. Really good at
He's got really good at Gandalf.
yeah.
Really good Gandalf.
I also liked him doing Misty Mountains Cold because that was really
Oh god,
well
yes.
done.
Oh god, yes. In fairness, I think it's hard not to do that well, considering that was one of the crowning points of the movie trilogy as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the song is also just really good. A really good song. Not always the easiest to perform unless you have a decently low register. Like, I could probably do it. I just don't have the lyrics in front of me, and also I don't want to subject you guys to my singing. It's pretty mediocre outside of a handful of songs.
But yeah, I think it's definitely like you can tell when someone is invested versus when they're not.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they are really phoning it in when they're narrating, yeah.
Yes.
But most of the best ones you can never tell if they're phoning it in.
One might even argue that a lot of the best ones just don't phone it in.
Exactly. They always
they're
go
like-
110%. Like Nicolas Cage, whenever he's acting in even the most dogshit movies.
Listen, okay?
That's a man who commits.
I love Nicolas Cage's performances. They're always entertaining, no matter what he's in. Like, yeah, even his worst movies are still fun with him.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely the type of actors that I like most, who don't particularly care what they're doing. They're still just going to give, 110%.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, actors are a bit of a different ballgame.
Oh yeah, no.
At least for me personally.
Actors can be all over the place due to the fact that like sometimes they just need to act in a role to pay their bills, and sometimes they're like genuinely invest in their roles. Though what always bothers me is whenever you hear like a story of like an actor being like, "Yeah, I want to read the source material for this film, but the producers told me no because they hated it or some shit like that." Or like
yeah,
it was
that's obviously bad. There's also just the fact that people seem to like not understand that actors do require direction.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, the Star Wars prequels are a shining example of that.
Yes, people underestimate the necessity and role of directors.
Mm-hmm. Like, you get the Star Wars prequels having one of the most loaded possible casts you can have for a sci-fi film, series, and so many of the actors give like these dog shit wooden performances because that's how they were directed.
Oh, Liam Neeson, Qui-Gon Jinn, they'll never make me hate you.
I just...
Yeah, no, like, it's a shining example of that in action, Fuzzy.
Yeah, and it's the same with voice work too, right? Like,
like,
a lot of bad voice acting. Yes.
For sure. I mean, I was going to bring up Sentai because, to be fair, they've gotten a lot better recently, I think. But for a while, even though they were getting genuinely good actors in, the performances were just not there for some reason, and I can only put it down to either, you know, not getting the casting right or not getting the voice direction right.
It's usually the voice direction.
Yeah.
Which, you know, part of that comes with experience, and as I said, you know, Sentai's dubs now are leagues ahead of where they were back, you know, when I started watching anime in, you know, the late 2010s.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Listen, just the way because they always have to account for the lip flaps. I just can't do dubs. I've just acknowledged that about myself. Just like it just takes me out far too much.
Fair.
Completely reasonable.
I don't care if people don't watch dubs when they, you know, fully accepting that it's just a them thing. You know, like
it's when people shit talk dubs just because they don't like dubs.
Yeah, it's when they're saying, "Oh no, they're inherently bad. They're insulting to the source material. They're insulting to the Japanese," and it's just like
a lot of those people are just like fake ass weebs too, who are like,
yeah,
like they pretend to know so much shit about Japan and Japanese history and culture, and it's like, you know fucking dog shit, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, speaking of insulting the Japanese.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that is the exact reaction I was looking for when I started phrasing it that way. So speaking of insulting the Japanese,
right?
Nintendo.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We're gonna have to go through this at some point.
But no, okay. There's a conversation I've wanted to have for a really long time that I have only recently remembered, or I always forget that it's a conversation we're gonna have to have. I think, given both the fact that Nintendo is a garbage fire,
Mm-hmm.
and that we have a decent amount of distance, I feel that we need to revisit our opinions on PAL. Or just re-examine PAL.
So
Would you
my
agree?
issue with PowerWorld is less the Pokemon ripoff accusations, and more just like what everything I know about PowerWorld makes it like a lot of its core seem a bit mean-spirited for my tastes.
How so?
The whole like shooting and killing the pals and enslaving them type thing, and also like, yeah, that stuff. This is also based off vague recollections from a year or two ago, so I'm not.
Yeah, so I
I'm
would
not
say,
gonna pretend I know everything there is to know about the game.
yeah, it is a lot less yes, it is not really that mean-spirited.
Okay.
Like, maybe because they played up that aspect, I think, because of like some of the backlash they were receiving. But if you actually like the actual gameplay is just not, it's not really that at all.
Hmm.
Yeah, are there guns? Yes. Do you shoot the creatures? Yes. However, there's no gore for one thing, and they don't. And similarly, they don't really die. They just faint and ragdoll. Like they just, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, Mill, would you like to elaborate?
I have nothing to do with PowerWorld. I'm not a fan of Pokemon to begin with, really. So I just never went near it.
Okay, well, first of all, not being a fan of Pokemon is the correct opinion.
Okay, that's
Yes,
mean, Fuzzy.
I don't mind Pokemon, and I do genuinely want to
Also-
give fucking, what was it, Scarlet and Violet a try. But like most of the games, I don't have the mental ability to actually play them.
Also, Jack, I should clarify something. I'm a fan of Pokemon. And I believe that not being a fan is the correct opinion.
That doesn't mean I have to agree with you, Fuzzy.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying it as a hater. I'm very much, it's an informed opinion.
Okay,
In
just
my
quick
case.
tangent. Who do you think is the greatest hater in fiction?
It's Thawne.
Yeah, it's I'm fairly
Reverse
sure
Slash.
we've already agreed that it's
We've
Reverse
established
Slash.
this is not-
I forgot
this is
if we
not
did establish this or not, but yeah, no.
It just is Thawne.
Yeah. It's funny
There-
to
there are
debate
some-
it.
There are some relatively close seconds. I mean,
I would like
was
to
it
I would like to nominate
Thanos with that one random dude who he just tortures every year
Oh yeah.
on his birthday.
Yeah.
And that's Darkseid, not Thanos.
Darkseid.
No, they're the
Okay,
same
sorry.
guy, but different. It's a different guy technically.
Fair enough.
I'd also like to put up
honestly couldn't remember.
have either of y'all played the Sly Cooper games?
I have not.
vague recollections, but no, I don't think I've ever actually played one. No.
Clockwork is a pretty strong contender, given that his whole thing is he hated the Cooper family so much he turned himself into a cyborg robot owl in order to pursue. He was an owl to begin with, but he turned himself into a giant fucking robot cyborg thing in order to pursue and kill the family because he hated them so much across time. So like, yeah. He's definitely
so
up
what
there.
you're saying is he's just worse Reverse Flash.
Kinda, yeah.
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom is definitely up there.
Oh yeah, no. Doom is absolutely. If we're
going Marvel,
is
Doom is the
basically-
biggest hater.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I don't know. He's definitely Marvel's Thawne, for sure,
yeah.
in terms of haterosity. But I don't know. So here's the thing. Doom is a hater, but the number of times he has actively broken reality to be a hater are less than Thawne. And also, he does tend to fail more often than Thawne does.
Well,
at
he
being
also
a hater.
it's not that he fails at being a hater. He fails because he's being a hater more often than not. Like whenever
Occasionally, yeah. Whereas
whenever he gives into his spiteful side is when he fucks up.
yeah, whereas with Thawne, he just like I don't think he's allowed to lose. I feel like that might be one of those like editorial
DC
documents.
rules, yeah.
Yeah, that I don't think because Thawne never loses.
He loses. He just doesn't
Permanently.
stay losing.
No, it's just like he never. There's no point where he is punished.
I mean, he did get shot in the head that one time. I'd say that's kind of a punishment. Maybe, slightly.
It's really not. It's
I'd
really
say-
not in comic terms.
I was gonna say, in another medium, yeah, but it's comics, and it's DC especially, where they have the super revival pit just everywhere.
So, funny thing, in the DC animated movies, the ones that they have like some continuity for, I think it was one of the newer Suicide Squad ones where Thawne is like dealing with the consequences of his actions, and he is like actually just slowly dying because he got shot in the head, and he's just been dragging out the moment of his death. And so he's like, okay, I need to get this special card to get out of hell free. Otherwise, I'm going straight to hell as soon as my time runs out, and I don't have a lot of time left.
Which again, it's one of those things where a bullet wound. There's like, even in the animated continuity, there's plenty of people who can fix a bullet wound.
Yeah, but he's like basically living on borrowed time because the Speed Force is all that's keeping him alive.
That's again.
Also,
there's
Thawne's an
people who
asshole,
can
and I don't
deal
think
with that.
anyone would actually help him.
I don't think he'd be. It would definitely not be consensual, but I don't think that's a problem for him.
Yeah. Regardless, I do think it's a fun premise. But yeah, fuck. What was I gonna say? Yeah, in terms of anime and manga, I'm pretty sure we can agree that Sukuna is the biggest hater.
Sukuna is a very large hater, yes.
Listen. I've established that I have mental illness. Yes, this is known.
You don't need to reiterate for us, Fuzzy. We got you.
Yes. I just really do not like. I retroactively dislike JJK because of how much Akutami was glazing Sukuna.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's too much.
Yeah. Like, I get it. It's funny. I get it, though. Also, I do think, like, we gave John Murray a little bit too much shit over his translations. Because most of his translations that didn't involve the power system were pretty decent at worst.
Yeah, I just think so some of the
Like, even Akutami himself had trouble keeping track of some of the more, like, grindy things involving his power system.
well, it's not even about the power system. Just some of the names are just a bit. So okay, I think some of the issues I have are with the names of techniques, and the reason for this is not because they're bad. They work as translations, but just due to the nature of how a lot of those things are, there are things that get lost in translation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I sort of like the biggest example is Malevolent Shrine.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the literal translation was Demon Feretory.
Demon what now?
A feretory is... let me look this up. I'm 90% sure I have the right.
Well, wasn't
meaning, but...
all of Sukuna's like actual powers like cooking related?
Yeah, it was cooking based. Because he's a cannibal.
Yeah.
I feel like that aspect of him
But-
doesn't really get analyzed a lot.
No.
Yeah, they don't really talk about that enough. Mostly because it would take away from the Akutami's glazing schedule. Okay, yes. So, a feretory, Oxford Dictionary, a portable shrine containing the relics of a saint. And I think that is the thing that gets lost when you just translate it to shrine.
Mm.
Oh yeah, no. It's
Because,
both.
yeah.
It's very self-aggrandizing, which fits
Yes.
Sukuna's character quite a bit.
That also ties into the fingers,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
It's not the saint itself, but the relics of the saint. So I feel that while yes, Malevolent Shrine is a good name and a good translation, you do lose a bit of the meaning when you do not do the literal translation in that
Yeah.
case.
Literally every language has this. You're not going to be able to perfectly translate everything across languages. And when you're doing like multi-layered translation, especially when you're doing like across 2-3 layers of language, that's when it gets really nasty. Which is why, like, generally speaking,
So
they tell you, like, if you're going to, like, well, they tell students, like, who are, like, translating shit, like, if you're going to translate something, just do it across one linguistic barrier. Do not try to do two, because it's going to be inherently worse if you try to do two.
I mean, there's also, you know, translating wordplay that is just can just be impossible, especially with the space you've got, you know, in manga panels. I mean, right now the newest series in Shonen Jump is a fucking series about like one-line jokes, and I feel real bad for that translator.
What was it that had, like, a whole... That was written by Nishio Ishin. That was in Shonen
Oh,
Jump?
Cypher Academy. Cypher
yeah.
Academy also felt sorry for that translator. Did their best.
I felt sorry for him because he had to work on something involving Nishio Ishin.
Fuck you, Cypher Academy was good.
Also, like...
Yeah, but it was written by Nishio Ishin, so it's automatically bad.
Fuzzy, come on.
Anyway, go on, sorry.
But yeah, whatchamacallit? There's also just, like... wordplay is difficult. Sometimes you get lucky, like, Family Jewels and Golden Balls line up pretty well as a joke.
Yeah, but I was going to say, like, in a case like Malevolent Shrine, I actually do have a thing that I would prefer, and ironically, it's the opposite of what a lot of people say.
Malevolent Kitchen?
I would say rather than... Huh?
Malevolent Kitchen?
Well, no. Well, yes, but
Happy Kitchen?
But no, what I was going to say actually is just in general, if you lose something from the literal translation when you are translating it, then just don't necessarily be too married. For example, in Malevolent Shrine case specifically, there was no need to... You didn't have to do it in 2 words.
Not all domain expansions have 2-word names.
Yeah, so if you're losing something, just make the translation just a little longer and just localize it in a way that conveys the meaning.
You gotta love when
Right,
you
'cause,
have,
like-
like, whole ass translator notes for untranslated words, when you can just, like, find a word or phrase or thing in your own native language that has a not quite the same but similar gist to it. That'll work
Exactly.
just as fine.
long-
Well,
Yeah, So I feel like I am in that, and that is I know that the crowd exists of everything must be translated. No, I don't think so. Right? Like I remember that. Y'all remember that argument over how I think tsundere was translated as toxic?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, tsundere is not an easy word to translate.
No, and I think that's the thing, is if contextual translation does matter. I believe that particular example was not handled the best, because while yes, I believe that specific relationship was toxic, there were other places to explore it than, because like that is not what the word describes.
Yeah.
And that's not what the sentence was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's very much a case by case thing, but I am of the opinion that you can take liberties in that sense when it conveys the meaning more clearly.
Yeah. I mean, there is a point for liberties to be taken with translation. However, some of those liberties are not good, like in the case of, whatchamacallit. You remember that one fucking dude, Jello Apocalypse, that asshole, and his, him being a dick over the Lovely Complex dub script? Don't remember if I have the article. There's an article about it on AnyFem.
So that was just a stupid person being stupid and doing stupid things.
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely like maliciousness on his part. But like, you also get like people who take that example and are like, "See, all translators are bad," and it's like, come on, dude, why'd you gotta do that?
Again,
it's already a pain in the ass to argue with these dickheads.
There is a reason that we just ignore those people.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't deserve to be heard.
Yeah, no, their opinions are not worthwhile.
So, something interesting that the Eizouken manga does is it does actually have basically I guess translator's note section at the end that explains certain stuff, like certain
Yeah, there are
stuff.
a few manga that have that.
And I really like that. You know, it's a really interesting read at the end, and it makes me go back and, you know, check out what it was. I think that's a really good way of doing it. I mean, obviously, it's not going to work for every single series.
No, it's not a perfect solution, but I think it works. I mean,
to be fair, the Elusive Samurai manga, certainly in the volumes that I've got, also does that. Like, goes a bit into the history to explain some of the stuff.
You kind of have to. It's pretty in-depth series in that regard. The worst part about PowerWash Simulator is when you get to the end of a given level and you have to just like find all the
there's like it's like 96% complete and you're just like, fuck, where is that last 4% hiding? God damn it.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
Did you try the, because I believe it was like it was a free update, wasn't it, the FF7 remake thing?
I don't think I had PowerWash Simulator at the time that they had that.
Is it? No, I think it's just should it not just be in the game?
I haven't checked. To be fair, I've just been doing like the quote unquote main story stuff.
If I'm brutally honest, with regards to PowerWash Simulator, I kind of find it too specialized. Like, when I'm playing a game like this, I want to do more types of cleaning than just using a power washer.
That's fair. I find this process a bit soothing, honestly. But I understand your whole thing. I think I get why you go with, whatchamacallit, House Flipper instead.
House Flipper.
Yeah.
I like House Flipper, but I also am just like, God, I don't want to have to do the interior decorating part of it.
Too bad.
Because I'm bad at it.
Too bad. You now have a degree in interior design, Mill.
To be honest, in the period where I've been playing it, in the last sort of couple of weeks, I have just sort of been plopping furniture down where it will fit, and just
Sometimes
going,
you
nope.
gotta.
You know what? You didn't pay me to put it in any sort of decent place. You just paid me to get it in the house. Once it's there, that's your problem, buddy.
If you have critiques, screw you.
Yeah, no, I'm, you know, I'm a handyman for your house. Not, you know, I'm not your interior decorator. That's your job.
If you want an interior decorator, hire one.
Yeah, don't hire me. I'm not an interior decorator. But yeah, no, it's why I really liked fucking Crime Scene Cleaner, because of the variety of cleaning methods you had to use with it. Like, I really enjoyed that game, and I'm really sad there's only like fucking 8 to 10 missions. I can't remember exactly what it is.
I don't know.
But yeah, so like, I have tried to play PowerWash Simulator, but yeah, as I said, I just sort of like.
Completely fair.
It's not for everyone. Yeah. But yes, I am basically just floating the idea out there that perhaps due to some of the backlash and some of the poor what's it called?
Reception?
Decisions made by some of the devs, I think Palworld was perhaps treated more harshly than it should have been, especially given the fact that in hindsight, oh yeah, Nintendo is Nintendo does not deserve to not be.
Nintendo has issues, but unfortunately, Nintendo has issues, but it is also like probably one of the better game developers out there in terms of treatment of employees.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I also just like am at a point where I just still enjoy the shit out of like Mario Kart and stuff, and like it's hard not to enjoy at least like one Nintendo game or game series, you know?
Well, yeah, but like there's ways to enjoy that without giving them money, is what I'm trying to say.
I already have the fucking games, Fuzzy. It's not like I'm buying them anew.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, just in like Anyway, it's just one of those things that just like bothers me whenever people bring it up, just because there's like multiple issues with how the conversation tends to be handled, in my opinion.
Yeah, no,
But
that's
yes,
completely fair.
I am not the biggest fan of Nintendo, in case that has not been made abundantly clear.
Really hadn't noticed. That little fucking speck right there. Okay, where...
That is always what gets you.
Yeah. Where are you, bastard? There you are. It's always fucking 99% and not 100.
But yeah, I think
Yes!
God, I sorry, just to interrupt, Fuzzy. I had one of those in fucking whatchamacallit, Crime Scene Cleaner, where it was like 99% clean, and it was in a fucking museum level.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
And so I had to go around trying to find exactly where it was that was 99%. I finally found it, going all around the room trying to look for this little glint that, meant that there was just a little bit of blood or whatever still there. You know, want to know the worst part? It was on the outside wall of the fucking room.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gotta sting.
That one was like, oh, for fuck's sake, really?
Mm-hmm. It's neat seeing the time-lapse video of you cleaning at the end.
Mm.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that does things for people. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, there's people who like actively get off on that. I'm not even gonna be subtle about it.
Look, everything is a fetish for some people. Not everything all at once, mind you, but anything can be a fetish.
Well, everything everywhere all at once is a fetish for some people.
That movie is fucking great, though, honestly.
It is a good movie. It's just like, people are gonna do weird things.
Oh god, that is a dirty bench.
People do weird things everywhere.
Yeah. People do weird things, everything, everywhere, all at once. Yes, that is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, I'm spraying dirt off a bench. You want to know what color the bench is originally?
I'm scared to ask.
Red. Look at it.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Mm.
But yeah, sorry. Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once is a fucking phenomenal movie. And honestly, like, I feel like people need to watch it, if only because of how good it is. I know it's not for everybody, but, like, no movie is for everybody, yada yada, etc., etc. But still, like, Everything Everywhere All at Once is, like, a top-tier movie.
I'll get to it eventually.
Sorry for movie shaming you, Mill.
I'm not. But yes, so my own personal experience with PalWorld, in fact, predates PalWorld. Because
Really?
I was a big fan of the developer's previous game,
What was it called?
Craftopia.
I think I heard of that.
It was a pretty fun game that blatantly stole a lot of mechanics and aesthetic from Legend of Zelda, to the point that I affectionately refer to it as Linguini of Zoldo, Broth of the Weald. But it was a fun game. If you are into the if you're into the survival crafting automation thing, it was fun. It was a bit janky, but it was charming, and you could tell that they actually cared, because they were regularly updating it, and it was a whole thing. And when I saw that they were the devs of PalWorld, I did, because PalWorld is free on Game Pass, so I did try it, and it was like, oh, a lot of the stuff translates over from Craftopia. And so for me, it was a game of a type I enjoyed, but it was one of those things where I wasn't sure if I should be liking it or not, but then in hindsight, I'm like, no, this is fine.
Yay!
But, and you know where I'm taking this now.
What in the butt?
I mean, yes, but how do you know? Because there is a single person who is systematically making horny mods of every individual PAL in the game.
Oh, God.
To the point where some of them, the person has straight up scrapped the original model and made a new, for the ones that are just animals, he has scrapped the model and just made a new model from scratch of an anthropomorphic version of that PAL, and modded it into the game.
Jesus Christ.
Like there's one that is literally just a cat. So it's like, no, I can't work with this. So he just scrapped the model and made an anthro furry cat girl from scratch. And it's just like...
That is way more effort than you should be spending on horny mods.
It is a testament to the resilience and passion of the human spirit.
Dedicated
Yeah,
gooner right there.
human spirit.
That's definitely the word you're looking for, and definitely not anything looter.
Listen, the human brain's capacity and desire for horniness knows no bounds.
Yeah, you get a lot of that
There
full
should be
frontal
no
nudity there.
What?
You definitely get a lot of full frontal nudity with those kinds. I was making a dumb pun. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I completely missed it. Would you like to explain the pun?
Instead of full frontal nudity, which is an actual term, I said full frontal ludity, because it's a portmanteau of lewd and nudity. Like I said, dumb pun.
Doesn't the nudity just like in the context of the conversation imply lewd? Just by
Fuzzy, I said it was a
nature?
dumb pun. You don't need to look deeper into it.
My brother in Christ, I'm autistic. Overanalyzing things is what I do.
I know, that's why I'm saying, please don't try to dig too deep into it. I wasn't trying to be deep about it.
But yeah, I just I'm personally just gonna go out and say it. It's fine. PowerWorld is fine. It's a fun game. It's got like a pretty active modding community. It's okay. I think you don't necessarily need to be ashamed of enjoying PowerWorld.
Which game do you think has the biggest modding community?
Skyrim. That is not a question.
Okay.
Jack.
Let me rephrase. Which game outside of the Elder Scrolls series do you think has the most active modding community?
What you should say is outside of Bethesda, because outside of the Elder Scrolls series is Fallout.
Okay,
Yeah.
But this is not a question that needs to... We have the technology to answer this question.
I know. I can't open up the. I can't really open it up right now because
I'm on Nexus Mods as we speak. Sort by mod count.
Yeah, that's
If we
probably.
sort by Stardew Valley.
Oh, interesting.
Funnily enough, you know what is a big part of the Stardew Valley modding community?
Oh no.
Horny.
It's the horny mods, yes.
Uh.
So going by the top 10 mod count on Nexus Mods, we have Skyrim Special Edition followed by Skyrim.
Of course.
So Skyrim takes the top 2 positions.
I'm not shocked.
Oh my god. The download count. Oh my god.
Please elaborate, Fuzzy. I need to know this.
The download count for Skyrim Special Edition is 8.8 billion.
Holy shit!
Billion?
Billion.
What the fuck? That is actually unhinged. What the hell?
So, literally
Christ.
greater than the human population.
Yeah.
Jesus
Which means
Christ.
that if you ignore all of the actual statistics, on average, everyone on Earth has downloaded at least one Skyrim mod.
Fucking hell.
Which, considering I haven't,
And if you combine it with so vanilla Skyrim has 1.9 billion. So that's over 10 billion. Actually close to 11 billion downloads of mods of Skyrim.
Jesus Christ.
So in fact, on average, every human being on Earth, including the ones not born yet, have downloaded at least one Skyrim mod.
God.
But yeah, so top 2 positions is Skyrim, then third is Fallout 4, then Fallout New Vegas, then Oblivion, original Oblivion, not the remake, and then
Remake's
the first,
too
not the the first non Bethesda one is Stardew Valley.
And that's what, 6th place?
Followed, 5th.
5th, okay.
No, 6th. Yeah. Yes, 6th. It's 6th place. 6th place.
Okay.
7th is Cyberpunk 2077,
Unsurprising.
which is interesting. 8th is again Fallout 3. 9th is Baldur's Gate 3.
Unsurprising.
And 10th is Morrowind.
So, 70% of the top 10 is Bethesda.
Yes. And not more than that, because 11 is Starfield. So if you take 8 out of the top 11 are Bethesda games.
Jesus Christ. Well, Todd Howard knows how to do one thing, and it's make games that people like to mod.
I think there's just something that people just figured out the way the engine structure works. Or they're not Unreal, are they?
I don't think they're Unreal Engine.
Yeah,
I know
just,
nothing about engines, though, so ignore me.
People just figured out how to make the engine work, and it just developed into a situation where basically there's just so much resources available, and just people just for some reason, because like here's the thing, Skyrim does not deserve that much love from modders. Even if 5% of those modders worked on a single other game, that game would probably be transformed entirely for the better. But no, they're just all obsessed with Skyrim, which I get, again, on the one hand, yes, I guess live your life. But on the other hand, just why? There are better things to do with your life.
The question isn't why, Fuzzy. The question is why not?
Listen, just let me stew in my bitterness. Even when I'm objectively wrong.
So, Fuzzy, what's the most popular of the Stardew Valley mods?
Oh, well, do you want me to include or exclude the NSFW stuff?
Let's start with the stuff that's not NSFW and see if we want to talk about the other stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna exclude translations because that's you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. For some reason, I've been logged out. It does do that occasionally.
Unfortunate.
Oh, I failed the CAPTCHA, by which I mean I literally forgot to click on it, so I'm apparently a robot. I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but I am in fact a robot.
Oh no. He's part of the AI revolution. Kill him, Mill. Kill him, Mill. Kill him.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Is it because he's closer to me and that's a greater threat to me than to you?
I'm just can't be bothered right now.
Fair enough.
It'll wait. Probably.
Right, so let's go by download count.
Makes sense. That's a reasonable
Okay,
metric.
well, okay, so the first couple don't really are irrelevant because they're modding tools, right? The modding API and the content patcher, so those don't really count. After that, I see. Someone just made a whole ass expansion for free.
I envy those people. Of a number of things, but mostly just, like, time.
Yes, but time and also, like, it's a thing as well, right? It's just like, I wish I was that good.
Yeah.
Like, they just made a whole ass expansion. With, like, let me see. 28 NPCs, a story expansion, 58 new locations, 278 character events, and 43 fish.
That is impressive.
They just decided that they were going to do that with their life instead of, you know, going to the guy and being like, hey, do you want to hire me to make an official expansion? Like, this is the thing, is like, I guess I envy their financial freedom to be able to do this for free, most of all.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I had done this, I would just go to the developer, because it is an indie dev. I would just go to them and be like, hey, do you want to just add this as DLC and on the official Steam page and we just split it 50-50?
Honestly, that'd be a pretty, like, well, yeah, that'd be a pretty good offer, honestly. As long as there's not, like legal issues with it.
Yeah, if you have just done, if you have already decided that, hey, I am going to do the work, instead of doing public releases, why not just do the work to a workable place and be like, hey, I've already done the work to give you something to monetize further. How about we just both make more money for things that I've already done for free?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, obviously it's better from a consumer perspective that it's a free mod. But just as someone who is both a consumer and a creator, I'm just like, I do not have the financial freedom and I do not have the luxury to not think about how I could monetize it.
Honestly, like, I envy the people who are like that. Like, if I could just pay someone to make a game out of some of my ideas, and they were just, like,
Yes.
gung-ho about it, like, fuck yeah, I have so much time and so much skill and nothing to do with it, like, that'd be fucking awesome.
Like, do you have any idea, like, how, like, I would change the games industry if I had the money to actually commission games.
Same.
Just by, like, I have ideas. And
Don't
you
we
know
all?
how dangerous they're.
Yes, we all have you have dangerous ideas. We have fun ideas as well. I don't know if my ideas would be as dangerous as
Not wrong, but
yours.
you shouldn't say it.
I think my ideas would be a bit loopy, but not as dangerous as yours.
Yeah, mine are actively potentially, like, illegal for reasons I will not get into.
Are they cult related?
No. Yes.
Damn it, Fuzzy.
Listen, I had to, you know, I had to do it.
Yeah, I know.
There's certain things that are mandatory. But yes, I just the mod stuff is
Mind
it
blowing.
is something it's something I envy, but it's also it makes me mad. It makes me mad because, like, I am jealous, essentially.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh yeah.
'Cause, like, yeah, go ahead.
So this search you made is with the filters on, correct?
Oh yes, would you like me to turn the filters off?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Why not?
Okay. Okay, it's still that one.
I'm not too surprised. It does sound like it's a very
Yeah.
high effort mod.
Okay, so what I'm seeing is that a lot of this is content and utility.
Makes sense.
So what I'm going to do is I am going to exclude UI and modding tools.
Ooh.
Because those are just, like, you know, that's just kind of just that's not really what we're looking for.
No.
So, if we exclude those, like the things that are just strictly mechanical,
Mm-hmm.
some reason I can't exclude monitors, so I'll just have to do it manually. Then the most popular. Why are these all frameworks?
I think the
How is
community
it
for that game is just very obsessed with frameworks, I guess.
Well, no, because it's like basically there's no native mod support really. They had to like build that in.
Makes sense. It's an indie game. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, they had to make it from scratch, right? So, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do it in the stupid way.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah. Okay, if we exclude all of that stuff, the most popular mod is just like cuter seasonal outfits.
Oh, that's
Completely,
surprisingly wholesome, honestly.
Yeah, no. It's a. Oh, okay. So the first maybe non-traditional mod, the sixth most downloaded mod, is just polyamory module.
That makes sense. I feel like more games should allow for polyamory as an option.
Yeah, so
I know, like, from a coding perspective, it's kind of impractical, but still.
No, it's not from a coding perspective.
I genuinely think Veilguard would have done it had they had more time.
I would not be shocked, yeah.
So, I will say, it's not a coding thing.
Oh.
In terms of difficulty. It's just a content thing. You need to just write a lot more around that to make it make sense. Because, like, if you want to code it in, it's kind of, you can usually just slapdash it together, where the only problem is at that point you just have multiple romantic partners and no one would comment on the fact that you have multiple romantic partners.
And no one would accuse you of cheating instead of, it being just like a case of, oh yeah, it's actually just a polyamorous thing.
Yeah, so it would just like, so it's number 13.
Huh. Cool.
No, the polyamory is number 6. Number 13 is... That's where it begins.
Ah. I don't think you really need to, like... Unless you want to describe, like...
I'm not going to, but it is... You can probably...
Coward.
Do it, no balls.
It's
I kid.
It's the
Is that one of the mods? No balls.
Possibly. That's a bit specific, so it would probably be lower down the list.
The eunuch mod.
To be fair, it's not exactly low effort, because it's not as simple as haha character naked. No, the 13th most downloaded Stardew Valley mod is one that just changes the entire, like, it's a writing mod, essentially. It's a writing expansion where it just makes every character very horny.
Oh.
Textually.
Huh.
So it adds events that are horny events. It adds horny dialogue. So it is more of a writing exercise than anything else, because I think baseline, it doesn't have any actual nudity in it.
Oh.
Huh.
It's
Honestly,
entirely text-based.
I'm impressed by the amount of effort that has gone into the mods that you've told us about so far.
Yeah, it just honestly makes me kind of upset more than anything.
Look, we're all at the procrastination station at on the creativity train line. We get it.
So yeah, it's a whole thing.
As opposed to a partial thing like our projects.
Why do you have to cause us pain like that?
Because you caused me pain. And hurt people hurt people. sorry, had to.
When did
No,
you
I
become
know.
a dark romance author, Jack?
Don't you dare accuse me of that shit, Mill. How dare you?
You know that's the rationale they use, though, right?
Yeah, I know it's the rationale they use, and it's dog shit. Like, you will not catch me dead riding a bodice ripper. Or anything of that
So-
sort.
Here's the thing.
Oh boy.
There's money to be made there.
I know, but I don't think I could write sex scenes very well. Is the thing.
Jack, do you think the people who make money off of it do?
No, I don't. But I'm not gonna put myself out like that.
I think we all saw what you posted after Tuesday's stream, Jack.
Oh, which one was it again?
In reading and writing.
Forget. It's the
hilariously bad descriptions of sex.
Yes, that was it. Yes. That was funny, to be fair. Like, how do you write a sex scene that badly?
I don't know.
You read that thing, right, Fuzzy?
Which one? Let me check.
It's the one I put under spoiler tags because it was not safe for work.
Oh, I might have missed that one. Let me go take a look.
I mean, it really was just like right after the stream.
Yeah, because I was struck by a thought because of one of the topics we discussed on stream, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a funny thing
yes,
I
that
remember
one.
seeing.
Yeah, that just, oh my good god.
That
I mean,
is
like I
actually
said-
horrendous.
Like I said at the time, I've genuinely seen better smut written by, like, I would say a good 90% of the fan fictions I've read that have smut in them.
The thing is, but that's the thing, right? Is like, that's because those people actually care about the quality of their writing.
Also, they're not pretentious and under the delusion that they're actually professional writers, unlike the hack who wrote that.
You wanna know what the worst part is? I'm fairly sure I know of that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm almost scared to ask.
Give me a second.
If I remember right, he's a real jackass. This is very disorienting. Underside of the slide.
But yeah, oh, by the way, how long have we been going?
Hour 53. Probably gonna wrap up after I'm done with the slide.
Yeah, so, on a personal note, I think, so there's decent money to be made in a very specific thing.
Smut.
No. Commissioned smut.
Ooh, yeah. You could make a lot of money off of that.
Because if you don't have particular, like, morals or, like, qualms regarding the content of the smut that you're writing, right? There are some people who are into some depraved stuff who have not found the sort of depraved stuff they want and will pay people to write it for them.
Well, yeah, because a lot of it's really niche shit.
Yes. There's some things that are very, very specific, and so my issue is, like, I have no dignity. And I would absolutely debase myself by writing that. And just erotica in general, like, cheap, trashy smut to churn out for, laughs. Especially because I know the particular niches I could write in, even the non-amoral ones, are niches where there is more demand than there is supply.
Oh, of course.
However, I can't for religious reasons.
I mean, I also probably couldn't, but for less religious reasons and more just practical reasons of, I don't think I have the connections or the technical skill required for that.
My brother in Christ, I'm literally Arrow Ace.
Funny enough, a lot of Arrow Ace writers can write really good smuts.
Yeah.
It's not about
I
actually
believe me,
wanting
I know.
it, it's about understanding it.
Yes. But, yeah, so I'm kind of just like in a place where I just, there's probably a decent number of things I could do with that, but I am not going to ever, because both the religious reasons and also just like some of the like there's just things that are complicated, essentially.
Yep. I am actually genuinely curious about the Stardew Valley mods, though, because, like, a lot of these, even, like, the non, like, I'm also including the, like, the non-sexual ones. Like, they sound interesting.
No, because it's like when people are passionate about something, they want more of it. When they don't have more of it, there are some people who have the right combinations of passion, skill, and mental illness to just go out and make more.
That's what fanfiction is.
Yeah, but I think, this actually gets back around to that conversation about adaptations and agency. That's why I fell off fanfiction. Because stopped writing fanfiction specifically. Even when there's a series where I think there are things I would have changed, I will not write it because the fact that I will never own it, it will never be mine, is not something I can get over on a personal level.
And you know what? That's fair.
Yeah, I'm just like, I have some very specific hang-ups in a lot of things it can be hard to tell which of them are acceptable and which of them are unacceptable hang-ups sometimes.
I mean, it's fine. Everyone has hang-ups about things. Anyone who says they don't have hang-ups is lying. Either to themselves or to you. Or both.
It's usually both.
Yeah.
You even missed the opportunity to do the meme.
Both is good.
Either one of them. It's very funny that there's two, isn't there? Isn't it?
Yeah, Porque no los dos and both is good, right?
Yeah. It's kind of funny to me that somehow there just happens to be two.
You know, speaking of that, I think we've talked about it before. I don't know if you were here for it. I think you actually were here for it. How the Doofenshmirtz nickel thing has replaced.
I think I was the one who brought it up.
Yeah. No, but it's interesting how much.
I wasn't the one who brought it up.
It's interesting how much pop culture affects the lexicon.
But no, that is actually an exception rather than the rule. Like, it's one of the few times in the past century where such an established idiom has been actively changed by a work of fiction.
I'm not saying
it's
changing
as common as you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying it's established idioms getting changed. I'm saying some idioms just pop up because of pop culture as well.
Yes, but also the thing is that that's what makes the Doofenshmirtz thing so interesting, is because it is a very old established idiom that was changed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's why it's so interesting to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, part of it is definitely like the internet at large and its fondness for Phineas and Ferb. Understandable because that's a good series.
It's a good show. I don't think it deserves quite the like level of hype that it does have, but like, because it's not without its issues, but it's a good show overall.
I'd honestly say out of Disney's animated outputs in terms of TV series, it's in the upper half quite easily.
So in my
Quality-wise.
case, again, this is probably not an unpopular opinion, but it's very funny that it happened. I didn't particularly enjoy or was invested in the actual Phineas and Ferb segments of Phineas and Ferb. I was there for Perry and Doofenshmirtz.
A lot of people were, to be fair.
Yes, I know it's not an unpopular opinion. I just think it's funny how that worked out. Is that like the best part of the show was the B-plot.
I mean, it's funny because there's something there for everyone to enjoy, really. Whether it's like Phineas and Ferb shenanigans, or it's the Perry and Doofenshmirtz portion, or the or even the stuff with Candace sometimes it could be interesting and engaging.
Mm.
But yeah, like it's overall a really good show. I wouldn't put it next to like the actual like top tier Disney shows, if only because like you get shit like Gravity Falls and Owl House that are kind of like extremely good
So yes
in
and no,
so many different
right?
ways.
So like, I think in terms of telling a big, meaningful story, perhaps you could make that argument of like, okay, yeah, and then it's not. You could do better. That is totally valid. I think what's interesting is more thinking about like just in terms of enjoyment, right? In terms of the pure quantity and quality of joy received. There is something to be said for Phineas and Ferb over some of the more like serious stuff like Owl House and Gravity Falls.
You know what? That's fair. I do think Phineas and Ferb is probably like their best episodic thing for quite a while.
Yes. In terms of episodic stuff, it's hard to beat that. But yeah, I think we're about ready to wrap up, more or less.
Yeah. Kinda want to
I'm running out of steam anyway.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to finish this thing off real quick. It's very hard to do it with this angle, though. That's the thing, like, you can only crouch so low in this game. How low can you go? How low can you go? But yeah, in terms of mods, also, quick thing I do want to talk about. How do you feel about playing through God damn it. How
Like 6 separate things. Like you were trying to finish off a hard thing, and it's hard on your knees. You can't crouch low enough. It's just like
Okay.
Oh my.
too much fodder for that.
Okay. Mod-wise, do you think it is... Do you prefer to play something through completely baseline first before applying any mods to it? Unless it's like mods are necessary to get full enjoyment out of this game, type thing.
So mods are usually necessary for me to get enjoyment out of it. So I usually just use mods. Because I like being able to customize difficulty. Like customize like certain things that the base game does not allow you to customize.
Okay.
Right? Just from a mechanical perspective, there are often things that I just prefer mods than vanilla options.
What about you, Mel?
But I think that's
I mean, I honestly barely use mods.
Same. That's why
No,
I wanted to ask you, what your overall take on mods was in that regard.
Yeah, it's not that I disapprove of them in any way, because I don't. It's just a case of, like, typically I just don't see... Typically, I don't feel if there's a game that I'm not enjoying, it's probably not going to be helped by mods.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's just not something I'm used to. Maybe potentially because for the longest time I wasn't really a PC gamer. I was more console based.
I was gonna say that is one of the biggest factors for a lot of people.
Yeah,
whether
no,
they start
I.
on PC or console.
It's been a long time since, I only recently got into PC games, relatively. Like, before recently, I only
It's
played
just-
the occasional, like, visual novel, I guess. That's it.
Because it's just a big ask, right? Like, it's just a bigger barrier to entry for PC games.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, like, yeah, you have to have, like, a lot of processing power on your computer. So if you have, like, just a regular-ass
You need a good
laptop,
computer.
yeah.
That's what I mean by barrier to entry. It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It costs more money.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is definitely a much more of a task to start with.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's expensive. Like, money doesn't go on trees.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds about right.
God,
But
I wish it
yes.
did.
So I think this is a good point to call it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in terms of future stuff. Saturday, we will, unless some emergency comes up, we will be doing the anime villains tier list, or the first part of it, anyways, on Saturday, and then Sunday should be more D&D, and we'll be doing more regular streams on Tuesday and Thursday, as always. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, everyone, for joining us. Please give us a follow if you're on Twitch, whether you're watching live or the VOD, and on YouTube, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon if you enjoyed the video.
All right.
And we will see you later. Bye-bye.
Later.
Good night.